Alright. Let's... Alright, I think we're good. I don't know why I'm saying this, because we are actually good to go. Alright. One more achievement. One more achievement and we're done with this godforsaken game. Oh my god. Thankfully, like I said last time, this is going to be a victory lap. So there you go. How am I doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing great. I just finished... Actually, no. I finished doing a bunch of stuff for the script for God of War. And yeah, now we're going to play even more God of War. Which... it's kind of fitting to some extent because literally yesterday, when after finishing the stream, I was actually playing Circle of the Moon and get some damages achievements, which are just annoying. And and after some frustration, I said, okay, you know what? Let me just play something else. And I said, you know what? I haven't played. You know what? There's only one more God of War game I haven't played for RetroAchievements. Let's go ahead and play it. And yeah, I basically played Ghost of Sparta yesterday. And yeah, basically with that I basically have every God of War with RetroAchievements beaten at the very least. So that's cool. I only need to, and yeah, when it comes to the Greek games, I only need to play God of War 3 and that God of War 3 and Ascension and that's it. Although Ascension, I have no idea how or when I'm gonna play it. Because I don't own the game. Maybe emulator or something, I don't know. Alright. We have one more achievement. Actually, wait, hang on. Let me actually start recording. Can you guys hear me alright? I forgot to ask this at the beginning, but I guess we'll see. I don't have my phone with. Actually, no, I do have it. Okay, there it is. Actually, let me check real quick, just for the sake of it, just because. I need to see. I need to see if my stupid ass voice is being heard. It is heard. Wow, look at that. Okay. Still my brother's wedding, but it's more of an intermission and waiting for the dinner if he's for the dinner he's officially married. Congratulations on your brother. All right. Let's just start. Let's just start. Let's not waste any more time because I want to finish this godforsaken game now. So, there you go. All right, so let's prepare the recording. I will remember to record this time, so let's prepare it. Let's get my timer and go. All right. So, we now have one more achievement to go. And that is the Speedrun achievement, where we have to beat the game in less than 3 hours and less than 3.5 hours. Now, thankfully, unlike the God of War 2 subset, where you actually are required to beat it on, well, in that game's case, either God or Titan mode, which is hard and very hard. Here we have no restrictions. So it's basically the same as the PSP games. And I don't know why I pressed load. No, I don't want to fight Ares on God mode again. Fuck that. Okay. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and play on Mortal. And we're also going to use the Ares armor. Now, to give a quick So yeah, basically, once you beat the game and beat a Challenge of the Gods, you can actually play with a costume, which I kind of showed with the bubbles in the, well, you're not going to see it because it's not out yet, but when I did the Challenge of the Gods video, I also played the game with the bubbles outfit to get an achievement related to that costume. But yeah, basically, every single costume has a preferred skill or a quirk. And yeah, the Ares armor is the best one because you basically have double defense, double damage, or double attack and defense. I believe you get 2 times red orbs, and yeah, it's overall the best armor in the game. Now that being said, if I have to choose another one, I would go with Dairy Bastard because with this outfit you actually have infinite magic. However, your damage is cut by half, so for the sake of this being a victory lap...
The gods of Olympus have abandoned me.
Also, we cannot skip cutscenes, so there you go.
Now there is no hope.
And you know what?
And Kratos cast himself on the highest mountain in all of Greece.
For the sake of getting a move on, I'm just gonna fast forward the cutscenes. You've already seen them.
But it had not always been this way.
You've already seen them.
Kratos had once been a champion.
If you watch the God Mode streams.
Foul beast! I will send you back to the depths of Hades!
But I don't want to go to Hades. Alright. And oh my god. Why is the default on? Alright. So yeah, the biggest annoyance when it comes to this game basically is that you cannot skip cutscenes in replays. Which then again, compared to the other God of War games, this game technically doesn't have New Game Plus because every time you start a new game, you actually start with you actually start from 0. Yeah, basically we're gonna get some ore, but yeah, basically what I'm gonna do for this playthrough is basically I'm going to skip as much as I can, which involves fights, exploration, and all that stuff. And yeah, basically, that's how it's gonna go. And I will upgrade my stuff when I can. Like for example, similar to the God Mode run. I'm going to prioritize Poseidon's Wrath, Army of Hades, and the Blades. Although the Blades, you do not want to level them up that much because there is actually a trick in this game where I believe if you mash the analog stick or the dodge and the jump button, you actually will you'll actually move faster. But it's much easier to just roll and then attack every once in a while. Oh, that was quick. And oh my god, look at all that damage. Look at all that damage. God, it feels so good to actually, you know, not stay on the same enemy for like hours. And that being said, should I go for the Muse door? I don't know. I don't know if going for the Muse door is actually worth it. But yeah, I'll try to get as many... Actually, yeah, this is not worth it. So yeah, fights like these, I can just... Oh my god, I died. Why do I keep dying in this place? I died on this I died here on my first playthrough. I died here on God mode. Now I'm dying here on the speedrun. Good lord. Good lord, what is happening right here? And oh, now I get a checkpoint. Nice. Alright, let me get this chest. So, if you've played the... Oh my god. So, if you've played this game on PlayStation 3, you may know there's an achievement where you can actually have... Oh my god, what the hell? There is an achievement where... Or there's a trophy where you have to beat the game in less than 5 hours. Which... It's only an hour and a half faster. But at the same time... You may think that it's going to be a bit strict, but like I said, since you don't have any restrictions when it comes to difficulty and costumes, not to mention that for this one, we can actually use the infinite magic glitch. It's honestly not that bad. Hello, Panda.
It's you. The visions, they were
We
real.
are
The gods came
getting the
to
final
told me their
achievements,
champion would come and
so
rescue
we
us from
are
Hydra.
good, as this is
late.
basically our victory lap after the atrocity that was Ares on God mode.
These creatures, they came from nowhere. The ships are all destroyed. All of us lost, even for you.
Also, for newcomers, also for those who are coming right now, I will be fast forwarding cutscenes because we've already seen them. If you watch the God mode streams. Oh no, it's gonna break. Oh, it didn't break. Nice. Oh my god. Oh my god, stop with the tutorials. Yes, we got through God mode. We managed to beat it yesterday. And, yeah. Ares took me... 20... Surprisingly, Ares took me like half an hour to beat, which is honestly not as bad as which is honestly not as much as I thought. And oh yeah, these guys don't die immediately, so we're just gonna skip them. And oh my god, it feels so weird not to. It feels weird not being able to fast climb ladders, because you can do that in the PSP games. Oh my god, get out of my way, ass. Get out of my way, ass bags. Whee! Yes, I know, game. Yes, we will do the infinite magic trick. It is allowed, so there you go.
Kratos, before you reach Athens, there is a task you must complete. This beast is Hydra. It has terrorized my seas for far too long. Your skills are admirable, but you will need assistance. You will need the power of the gods. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power and use it to defeat your enemies.
Go with the gods, Kratos. Go forth in the
Now, even though we cannot skip the cutscenes, we are the timer will actually freeze when we do the timer will freeze when we're in a cutscene. So at least there's that. All right. Ow. I mean, I guess I could show you what happens when you try to climb this. Yeah, that's what happens. If you try to climb, the other heads will prevent you. Okay, the timer's also frozen in this menu. Yeah, because for those who got here first, for those who got here late, yesterday I played. Yeah, shut up, Athena. Yesterday I played Ghost of Sparta. And the timer actually keeps going even on the menu when you upgrade your stuff. I just depleted the health bar. Oh my god. That's amazing.
Slaughtered like animals, the victims lay before him, a reminder of his own past, a past he could never escape. His only solace was the sea, endlessly sailing from one harbor to the next, in service to God's illness, all his hopes rested within. For no matter how much wine he consumed or how many women he put to his bed, nothing on earth could rid him of the horrors that plagued his mind.
10 years ago, I have been with the gods 10 years. When will you leave me of this nightmare?
We request one final task of you, Kratos. Your greatest challenge awaits in Athens, where even now my brother Ares lays siege as we speak. Athens is on the verge of destruction. It is the will of Ares, my great city rule. Zeus has forbidden the gods from waging war on each other. That is why it must be you, Kratos. Only a mortal trained by God has a chance of defeating Ares.
And if I am able to do this, to kill the god, then visions, they will end.
Complete this final task, and the past that consumes you will be forgiven. Have faith, Kratos. The gods do not forget those who come to their aid. Leaving rotting carcass of the Hydra behind, Kratos set sail once more. His greatest challenge and freedom from his growing madness lay before him in the ancient city of Athens.
Alright, let's get some red orbs. Okay. So yeah, basically, I will be skipping as much stuff as I can. Although that being said, it would be good to have a magic upgrade for Army of Hades, because I don't think you can actually use Army of Hades with your base magic. So yeah, this is basically just going to be a relaxed playthrough. So there's not going to be a lot of commentary.
Have reinforcements arrived? Ares has brought these beasts to Athens. Without help, the city will fall. Gates destroyed. You'll have to find another way.
Yeah, let's just... Oh, it is 3 at the end. Okay. I thought it was 3 in God mode. Alright, so we're getting close to the thing.
Aphrodite.
Kratos, the gods are pleased with your progress. But your skills will not be enough to defeat the minions of Ares. I offer you the power to freeze your enemies where they stand, but you must earn such a gift. Medusa, the queen of the Gorgons, bring me her head, Kratos, and I will give you the ability to wield its power.
Oh my god, I just tried to dodge like if this was the PSP games. Yes, I know, game, shut up. Alright. Alright, so once you rip off Medusa's gaze, or once you rip off Medusa's head, you will now have infinite magic to try out your new power.
Freeze and destroy them all with Medusa's gaze, and the power of the Gorgon will be yours.
But now we are going to now we're going to do some fun. So basically, once you get Medusa's gaze, you want to first of all have your blades at level 2 because you need where is it? You need Apollo's Ascension. Otherwise, this is not going to work. You also want to make sure that Poseidon's Rage is at level 1 because it would last less. And basically, what you want to do is use Apollo's Ascension, activate... Okay, so you want to use Apollo's Ascension, use Rage of the Gods, or use Poseidon's Rage, then use Apollo's Offense, and then you want to jump. So basically, Ascension, Power, Offense, and it didn't work. And there we go. And if you pull this off right, as you can see, we're now on top of the we're now on top of the Aphrodite gate. So now what you want to do is you want to do it again.
Freeze and destroy them all with Medusa's gaze, and the power of
And as
the
you can see,
Gorgon will be yours.
we're out of bounds. But also, we can go past Aphrodite's gate, and because we did not finish the encounter, as you can see by the magic meter, it is now filling up all the time, which means that we now have infinite regenerative magic. And yeah, this is basically the only glitch that you're allowed to use for this run. I mean, there's probably other glitches, but this is the only glitch. This is actually a glitch that if you use it in the main game, it will disable all achievements. So yeah. So yeah, basically for the early game, I'm going to do a tiny bit of exploration just to get some red orbs, but more importantly, hopefully try to get a at least one health and magic upgrade. But primarily red orbs. Because that's the thing I want the most. So yeah, we're gonna go over here. Get the orbs. And now we're just gonna move on. I mean, if I won, I could do this like no upgrades, but yeah, I'm not. I want to have fun for once, you know? Even though when you're in this YouTube space, no fun allowed. And yes, game, I know. Also, it feels so weird not to have a way to go down faster. Because every other God of War game has this. But no, this first game, we gotta do it slowly. At least for the speedrun achievement, you can use it for fun. Yes. Because, yeah, if you check the achievement, it literally says infinite magic allowed. So, yeah. It would be weird that, you know, you do all this, but at the end of the day, you don't get the achievement. What am I doing? Also, yeah. So I'm gonna get these to level 3 just so that I can have the parry. And then I'm gonna focus on... Oh my god, I need 10! Nice. I need 10 orbs to level up Poseidon's Rage. That's amazing. Alright, now we can do it. Maybe I should work also on Medusa's gaze. That's insane that just one final charge attack is able to kill them. That's insane. One kick, that's all it takes. That's amazing. Oh my god, they're raining from the sky. I love it. Oh, come on. Oh, what the? They were inside one another. Dude, that is disgusting. You killed it with one charge attack. Oh my god. I feel kind of bad, but at the same time, not really.
Do not fear, Kratos. I am the Oracle of Athens, here to help you defeat Ares. Find my temple to the east, and I will show you how to murder a god.
One thing that is actually kind of annoying about this is that because of the camera angles, when you try to roll in one direction and you keep pressing that direction on the analog stick, sometimes it just doesn't work, which is annoying. So now we got this stupid puzzle. What a stupid room. What a stupid puzzle.
who you are. I know what you've done. Monster.
Wait.
Stay back. Get away from me.
Stay away. Don't come near me. Keep away.
Nice invisible wall there. Yes, I know, game. Be quiet. Right, I'm gonna save just in case. Just in case the game crashes. You know, just in case that stuff like that happens. I'll open the chest, Kratos.
Go, go! Ares has breached the city! One little reinforcement!
Lord Zeus, Kratos, you grow stronger as your journey continues. But if you want to succeed in your quest, you need my aid. I offer you the power of the greatest of all the gods, the father of Olympus. I offer you the power of Zeus. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power and use it to defeat your enemies.
You have done well, Kratos. Go with the gods. Go forth in the name of Olympus.
Oh my god, stop with the tutorials. I hate it so much. god, that's gonna be so much easier. Yeah, oh my god, that is gonna be so much easier than just using this. I wonder how that works on the satyrs.
Ordo! Kratos! Kratos, be alive! No, Kratos! Kratos, hide me! You must find me! Athens depends on it!
Does it really though? And oh my god, there's still people running around. So one good thing to save time, I guess, is to reload checkpoint, because when you reload a checkpoint, the timer will reset to the time that you got the checkpoint. So if you got the checkpoint at 43 minutes, but then you screw up royally, and you're like at 47 minutes, if you reload, you're gonna go back to 43. And thankfully, if there's a cutscene before the checkpoint, oh, what the hell was that angle? If there's a cutscene before the checkpoint, you can actually skip the cutscene, as you can see right here with the one with the oracle. All right, I'm gonna give it one more try. If not, I'm just gonna skip these chests. Okay. Okay, but I gotta remember that I cannot grab that ledge where those chests are. And really, now I'm screw you, game. Okay. You know, maybe I should save in order to save the... Yeah, I'm gonna do that, actually. I'm gonna save that way. And of course I make it that time. Hey, fuck you, game. Alright.
Help me!
Good, my boy, good. Athena has chosen wisely. I knew it was so.
Who are you?
So, you have the brains, the skin as pale as the moon. You are the one indeed. Perhaps Athens will survive with that. But be careful. Don't want you to die before I'm done with this grave.
The grave? In the middle of the battle? Who will occupy over?
You will, my son. Oh, I've got a lot of digging to do indeed. All will be revealed in good time. And when all appears to be lost, Kratos, I will be there to help.
I tell him to just hit out. Oh my god, okay, fine.
help you. We can save Athens, but you must hurry. Kratos, hurry! Guard the bow! Don't let me fall!
Oh, well. Splat. Well, that's what happens when you fail.
Guard the bow! Don't let me fall!
Oh, why? Why did he grab the rope? Lady, you better shut up. Wow, why am I... Wow, all of a sudden I'm now failing at this. That's amazing.
Don't let me fall!
Yeah, there we go.
And with that act, Kratos set in motion the events that would lead to his downfall. Kratos, as Athena herself has foretold. But you are late, perhaps too late to save Athens. Or is it Athens you have come to save? And when the oracle looked into his soul, she saw a beast as well as a man. Once a captain of the Spartan army, Kratos had become his man with only 50 soldiers, and soon his numbers grew to thousands. His tactics were brutal, but effective. Drunk with power, he was feared by all, except one. His wife was the only one to brave his fury.
How much is enough, Kratos? When will it end?
When the glory of Sparta is known throughout the world.
The glory of Sparta. You did this for yourself.
His desire for conquest knew no bounds, but that which he desired would ultimately consume him.
My God, why would he send one such as you?
Stay out of my head!
Choose your enemies wisely, Kratos. Your brute strength alone will not be enough to destroy Ares. Only one item in the world will allow you to defeat a god. Pandora's box, which lies far beyond the walls of Athens, hidden by God across the desert to the east. But be warned, Kratos. Many have gone in search of Pandora's box. None have returned.
Alright, so now is the point where I'm going to stop focusing on chests, just because even if I get the chests that are like on the way, I think I'll be good for the rest of the game. Let's see. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta find my rainbow. Rolling like Sonic the Hedgehog, I love it. Kratos the Hedgehog. Wow, so you can basically skip the entirety of the sewers. That is insane. Oh, what the hell? I was thinking if I could have make it to the temple sub hour, but yeah, I don't think that's possible. How am I doing on feathers? Oh, I only have one.
Kratos, the journey forward is perilous, but one you must complete if you are to have any hope of saving Athens.
The war will store Pandora's box. Can it be real?
The box exists. It is the most powerful weapon unmortal to wield.
And with such a weapon, I can defeat Ares.
With the box, many things become possible, and so it is hidden well, far across the desert of lost souls. There is safe passage through the deadly sands, but only those who hear and follow the siren song will discover it. You must find the sirens, Kratos. Only they can guide you to Kronos, the Titan.
A Titan lives.
Kronos is the last. Zeus has commanded him to wander the desert endlessly. The temple of Pandora chained to his back until the swirling sands rip the very flesh from his bones. Stay true to the song of the siren, Kratos. Your journey begins here. Pray it leads you back to Athens with Pandora's box.
Follow the song of the sirens, Kratos. Find and destroy them all, and the path through the deadly sands will be open to you. You must find and destroy the 2 remaining sirens before you may pass.
Alright, let's see if I can actually do this before the hour mark. Wow, okay.
You must find and destroy the final siren before you may pass.
Oh, hello. Alright, there we go. We got it in less than an hour. Or sub-hour.
The desert sirens have been destroyed, Kratos. The path before you is now revealed.
Yeah, I'm gonna increase Gorgon hit because the one problem I have with Poseidon's Rage is that it pushes enemies away, and they're basically not going to be in the AoE, which essentially makes the attack worthless unless you're in a cramped space. Which that is like my biggest critique when it comes to Poseidon's Rage in this game. So yeah, now we're gonna save for Army of Hades, because the Blades at level 3 is honestly not bad. Because you gotta remember that with this armor we do double damage, so there's that. And wow, they immediately break free. That's amazing. All right.
Kronos, the last of the mighty Titans, emerged from the desert sands. On his back, Pandora's temple awaited, massive and patient, ready to challenge all who went in search of his guarded pleasure. For 3 days, Kratos climbed the sheer walls of the mountain. He knew he would either recover Pandora's box or perish inside the cursed temple, never to return to the world of man.
So, you think you can conquer the Temple of the Gods, do you? It's everything that we know. Sooner or later, the Harpies will bring what's left of you back for me to burn. The gods hid Pandora's box in here, so no more will ever claim its power. And yet, year after year, I open the gate for more and more soldiers and place more and more bodies on these pyres. If I were you, I'd leave now. But I can see you are determined. Very well. May the gods grant you strength to conquer the perils that lay before you. Good luck, Spartan.
Oh no, how terrible. How he that charge didn't get me? Oh, whatever. Nice. Game. There we go. hour and 5 minutes. And we're in the Rings of Pandora. Also, if my mic is picking some noise outside, it's because my family is vacuuming. Because it's cleaning day today. Oh my god, I forgot to clean my room. Or vacuum my room. I'll probably do that in the middle of a cutscene. That would be pretty funny. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna save in case the game crashes because... Yeah, I was playing a God of War. I was playing Ghost of Sparta yesterday, and the game crashed on me a couple times. Or in one area in particular. So, yeah. Okay, so now we have to get to Artemis. So yeah, we're gonna get the 2 shields. Then we need to get the handle. Artemis.
Artemis.
Kratos, the gods demand more of you. You have learned to use the Blades of Chaos well, but they alone will not carry you to the end of your task. I offer you the very blade I used to slay a Titan. Take this gift and use it to complete your quest. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power and use it to defeat your enemies.
How about no? Because that weapon kind of sucks.
Go with the gods, Kratos. Go forth in the name of Olympus.
So wait, you cannot freeze Gorgons at all in this game? That is kind of interesting. Oh my god, did you saw that? Look. Look at their model when they turn into stone. They turn into the previous legionnaire, into the brown legionnaires. Oh my god, that's kind of bad. I never noticed that before. Kratos. Kratos, stop being dumb. Oh my god, I'm gonna... Am I seriously gonna reach max health? Now it's 2 hits. Oh. Oh! I just cut them in half. Oh my god, that's amazing. I've never seen... Oh my god, I've never seen that before. I've never seen that death animation before. Oh my god, that's amazing. Yeah, because usually I just punch them or kick them in that case. Watching this made me remember I was listening to Masters said. How far are you? What are you missing? Do you need to do God mode? Because if so, I don't blame you, because God mode kind of sucks. You know what? Yeah, the reason I use Medusa is because when you destroy enemies, you get a plus 15 bonus and plus 30 if they come crashing down. Started said months ago, stopped after finishing Athens and simply forgot to continue. I can relate. There are so many games I dropped just because I wanted to play other stuff, you know? I missed. Oh no. Are you kidding me? Again? There we go. Got stoned when he was behind me. Wow, look at that. That was amazing. Alright, just in case I fall off, I'm getting the shield first. The Shield of Zeus. Not Zeus, Zeus. As everyone calls him. Except for Kratos for some reason. So yeah, Athena, Ares. They call him Zeus, but Kratos says Zeus. Why? That's a good question. Shields. Ow. Oh, what? What was that? Why did you make the jump, Kratos? Kratos. Do I like the Norse God of War games? No. Yeah, I don't like those games. Like, sure, the story is cool and all, but yeah, the gameplay is just bad. I do not like the modern God of War games, or the Norse God of War games, which I will say, I did mention, or I will mention it in my God of War video, but... And I also did mention it during the first playthrough, but... My biggest concern with the God of War remakes is that they basically transform those games into the Norse games, or they basically use the Norse gameplay into them. And yeah, I am not looking forward to them, if that's the case, essentially. And oh, what the hell? Okay. But yeah, just to set it in stone, I do not like the Norse games. Yes, all of those orbs, I love it. Certainly hope that they don't change the gameplay. Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Because okay. I guess I should confess right now that I've only played Dad of Boy. I have not played I have not played Ragnarok. But after my first and only playthrough of Dad of Boy, I just did not enjoy the game whatsoever. Like, everyone has mentioned it before, and I will also agree. The story is pretty good. The story is actually very good, but the gameplay is just awful. I just do not like the gameplay. I hate the fact that we have tank. Well, I don't mind tank controls because, you know, I'm a Tomb Raider fan. But tank controls in an action game, it just doesn't work. It simply just does not work. Not to mention that in the worst cases, the camera is just the camera can just be right out bad. Because, you know, I mean, yes, Atreus will mention it when enemies are behind you, but at the same time, it's like, oh my god, you troll-ass crushers. Ow. But yeah, basically, my biggest concern with the God of War Remake trilogy is that they will essentially turn them into the Norse games. Because you gotta keep in mind, they're actually remaking them. They're not remastering them, and remake and remasters are two completely different things. A remaster is basically the same game, but with enhanced graphics and sometimes quality of life improvements. Like, for example, the Tomb Raider, the modern Tomb Raider, or the classic Tomb Raider re-releases are remasters. Hence the name Tomb Raider Remasters. While a remake is when you basically rebuild the game from the ground up and also adding some new mechanics. Like, some good examples include Tomb Raider Anniversary, which is one of the worst remakes I've ever played, and stuff like the Insane Trilogy and the Reignited Trilogy, which improve on the gameplay of the Crash and Spyro trilogy, and they also added some new features like a playable Coco, time trials, enhanced hitbox, and all that stuff. But yeah, I can say that's one critique that I have. It's like, if you're gonna keep the gameplay from the originals, which is just, you know, hack and slash, that is perfect. But if they change the camera so that they actually make it so that it actually works as the Norse games, then we have a problem. Because that is going to be a huge detriment against the games and the basic nature of them. It's like, imagine if Capcom remakes Devil May Cry and they turn it into and they basically do the same thing as the Norse God of War games. People would be, Devil May Cry DMC fans would be pissed. So there's a guy. Yeah, there's a guy. But yeah, that's my biggest concern with the God of War remake trilogy. I don't know how this applies to Ragnarok, but 2018 really didn't need those light RPG mechanics. Yeah, that's actually another reason. It's like the menus and the level up system in quotation marks, it's just way too overbloated as well. Because you have all these like runic stuff, like runic attacks and all this other like upgrade system and also loot system, which is like, I'm playing an action game, not an RPG, Santa Monica. But you know, at the very least, no matter the final product, at least I'm glad that Sony finally acknowledges the Greek God of War games, because for many, ever since Dead of Boy came out, Sony has been pretending like the Greek God of War games don't exist, which pisses me off when studios do this.
And once Kratos knew who was responsible. But this was not the first time he'd seen ruin Ares and his minions had left in their wake. Kratos had experienced it firsthand years before. The youngest and boldest captain, Spartan army. Kratos inspired fierce loyalty in his men. He had always been enough to carry them through any battle, until this day. The barbarians to the east numbered in thousands, and descended on the Spartans without mercy. The battle lasted mere hours. The discipline and training of the Spartans included the stem time of the merciless barbarians. The soldiers faced a massacre, while their young captain faced the end of his brilliant career. and his life. But Kratos, victory was worth any price, even his soul.
Ares, destroy my enemies, and my life is yours.
That desperate call for aid would come to haunt Kratos for all his days.
By the gods, what have I become?
Oh my god, I lost my train of thought for some reason. But, oh shit, I lost my train of thought. Oh my god. I forgot what I was talking. Oh my god, you can tell I have bad attention spam sometimes. Oh, right, the acknowledgement of Greek God of War games. Because, yeah, that's actually another reason. Like, I remember for the franchise's 20th, I want to say 20th anniversary, Sony did the amazing celebration of releasing a controller with a red stripe across it. And that was it. That was literally all they did for the God of War 20th anniversary. Nothing better than just you know, making another controller, having to waste $90 for another controller. But yeah, it really sucks when studios tend to basically ignore the humble beginnings of franchises. I mean, I've said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it. Crystal Dynamics is one of the worst companies ever just because of their treatment to the Tomb Raider franchise, since there are so many documented interviews where they basically say that, yeah, we want to try to get away as far away as possible from those low tier games that Core Design made. And they essentially answered that by essentially making some of the worst Tomb Raider games ever made. I mean, okay. I like Legend, and I actually do like Legend and Underworld, and I just went on a full circle. Nice. Oh, here we go. Wow, I just went on a full circle. Good lord. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Somebody help me. I'm gonna freaking die. But yeah, I like Tomb Raider Legend, and I also do like some stuff about Underworld. My biggest critique with Underworld is that it's way too short. But Legend is really, I actually really do enjoy Legend. Like I replayed Legend like not like a couple months ago, and the game is still really fun. And I would say it's the second best of the trilogy. I will say Underworld is my favorite one, or my favorite one gameplay wise, but level design. Actually no, because Tomb Raider Underworld has Thailand and Mexico, and those are some of my favorite levels of the series. But yeah, I like Tomb Raider Legend and Underworld. Tomb Raider Anniversary is one of the worst remakes I've ever played, just because it basically destroys the... It basically destroys the legacy of the first game by shoehorning the fucking family drama that was introduced in the Angelina Jolie movie, not Legend, for those who don't know. Yes, I'm a Tomb Raider nerd, shut up. But yeah, they basically did that. And also, they also released Tomb Raider Anniversary in an era where everything had to copy Resident Evil 4 and be basic and have everything brown, because that was the hip thing back in the day. Also, Also, just to say right now, nothing against Resident Evil 4. I love the game, but that game was like the catalyst for a lot of games just becoming brownish shit. I mean, the same reason as how God of War games basically the same reason as how God of War basically made it so that every game should have QTEs. What's another... That being said, what's another franchise... Or what's another, Oh yeah, going back to Tomb Raider. As for the 2013 trilogy, I will say that... I started to enjoy Shadow more the more I play it, but I would still say it's one of the... It's the... Story... I would say story-wise is the worst game in the entire franchise. In terms of Rise, I actually do have a soft spot for Rise because Rise is the game that basically made me fall in love. Or Rise is, for starters, Rise has the classic skins, which that alone makes it the best game in the trilogy. So there you go. And oh my, wait, did they just knock me out of the thing? That's illegal. Wait, that's illegal. Alright, hour and a half. So we have 2 more hours to beat the game. Which, yeah, I can make it. I can definitely make it. Because we have... After this, we got Hades. Then we got the Cliffs of Madness. Hades himself. Or Hades itself. And then we got Ares. Oh, we also have the Architect's Tomb, but... Oh, I'm gonna die. Yep. Wow, that that is not an instant death. Oh my god, that's amazing. All right, let me just reload. I did mention hitbox in Crash 1 compared to the Insane Trilogy in my Crash 1 video. Yeah, that's actually one thing that I'm basically conflicted about this because, you know, I would say that, okay, so when I replay the Crash trilogy, the Insane Trilogy, and for the Platinum Relics and all that stuff, I will admit that the pill hitbox was not as problematic as it used to be for me, but yeah, there are levels that are still pretty annoying. Like the bridge levels are, I would say the bridge levels are still the more difficult ones, the more difficult stages to beat casually. That and also Stormy Ascent, and also the dark levels, just because of the fast-paced nature of those levels. I heard a recent-ish update completely broke Tomb Raider 1 to 3. Oh yeah, the challenge mode update. I mean, okay, I don't hate the concept, especially since, you know, with that update we now technically have a level select. But at the same time, what the fuck are those outfits, man? Like, I will say my favorite one is the Roman one, but as for the other ones, I mean, they just look terrible. I mean, I guess I should mention that I haven't played the remasters in a while, so I don't know if the update they made actually improved the texturing, but yeah, the texturing was just atrocious. And yeah, I like how Aspire says that they're not AI generated, but if you look at the cover art from the update, you can very clearly tell it's AI generated, just because it does not look like Lara Croft whatsoever. But yeah, the concept of challenge mode is fun, but they should have done better, because that is just an insult to us Tomb Raider fans. And I should know, because I'm a Tomb Raider fan, goddammit. I would play the classic games basically every day of my life if I had to. I mean, I've mentioned this every once in a while, but I would love to make a Tomb Raider channel. I would love to create a Tomb Raider channel and just do nothing but Tomb Raider content. Whether it's analysis videos, reviews, playthroughs, and you know, primarily showcase the Tomb Raider level editor community, which is one of the best things. Honestly, one of the best things that ever happened to the Tomb Raider franchise, just because the tier league community is just absolutely insane. I mean, the remasters were actually made by people who, some people that actually work on the remasters actually are part of the Tomb Raider level editor community. I believe Delka is one of them. I might be completely wrong, but I know that I think Delka was involved, and he was the one who made the Tomb Raider Legend D-Make, as well as the Tomb Raider Side-Scroller Edition, which I haven't played yet, but man, it's a really cool concept.
From all of us.
Now, if only I could try to do it, Nomad Pack. Because, yeah, I've heard that the combat is, like, the worst part, because you cannot go behind people. Which is kind of a shame.
Free me. You must set me free.
Also, thank God I have my blades are at the right level that everything breaks in one hit. How they mess it up. I mean, it's Aspire, so they're contractually obligated to mess it up, because Aspire is a fucking terrible developer. I mean, they ruined Battlefront, for starters. Like, how the fuck? Like, how do you screw up Battlefront? How do you screw up the Battlefront re-releases? Like, that is an insult to basically basically an insult to video game fans. And now they have the fucking Deus Ex remaster, which is basically AI upscaled and all that stuff. Which, yeah, it's pretty sad. Which, you know, it makes me say thank God that the Tomb Raider remasters were not made by them. Instead, they were made by Saber Interactive, which is something that a lot of people tend to get wrong. Aspire did not develop them. Did not develop the remasters. They published them. It's a huge difference. Have I played the Soul Reaver Legacy of Kain games? I have not played the Legacy of Kain games. I have the remasters on Steam, but I haven't gotten to them. Although that being said, I do want to play the original games first, just to see how different the games are, because you know, one of my favorite things about re-releases is that you know, it basically, in some regard, it motivates me to actually try out the original games. Like, for example, back in January, I played the Power Slave remaster by Night Dive, and man, that got me into playing the original games to see how it compared. And considering that the Saturn version had a RetroAchievements set, I basically went and mastered that game. And yeah, I have to say that after playing the remaster, yeah, I don't think I can go back and play the Saturn or the original PlayStation version again. Because, yeah. Because you gotta keep in mind, the Saturn and the PS1 era, when it came to FPS games, you gotta remember that it was at a time where the DualShock was not a thing. So analog control, so dual analog control was not a possibility. It wasn't until Alien Resurrection, I do remember this. It wasn't until Alien Resurrection where I believe that was the first game, that was the first console FPS game where it actually implemented the dual analog system. To the point, which, you know, means that you move with the left analog stick and you move with the right analog stick. Which, it's kind of crazy that, I forgot the website, but there was a reviewer that said that the control, that type of control was just insanely, like, basically said that it was controversial, it would ruin the game, and it was like, yeah, who's gonna tell that guy that basically every modern FPS game on consoles uses that control configuration? Because, oh my god, that is hilarious. But yeah, I've never played the Legacy of Kain games, but I do want to play them one day. Especially since Defiance also got remastered, which, you know, if you buy the Ultra Deluxe version, you get a game that a lot of people say it's fan fiction, which, yeah, that is not a good sign. But I couldn't know, because I've never played a Legacy of Kain game. Alright, you give me nothing, so I'll let you be. I know the second one gives me a feather. Yeah, you give me a feather. See? Alright. How am I doing on orbs? Okay, you know, okay, I think I'm doing good on orbs, so I think what I'm gonna do is, well, I'm gonna get the Muse door so I can get the magic expansion, which is the thing that I want actually. Because yeah, I don't care about health because I don't think I've gotten at below like a fourth of my health. Because yeah, we're well, first of all, we're playing on easy, but second, we're playing on we have an armor that basically gives us double defense. So. Also, my god, man, Gorgon's head is like completely busted with infinite magic. Like, holy crap. Like, in the best case scenario, you can instantly freeze everything at level 3. That is insane. The AAA gaming scene seems to have a serious issue of copying things from other games. Well, After Last of Us, every female character needed to have a. Actually, no. After Tomb Raider 2013, which is one of the worst which is one of my least favorite games of all time. I forgot to talk about that game. Yeah, Tomb Raider 2013, which is one of my least favorite games of all time. Easily top 3 alongside Aliens, Colonial Marines, and Strikers Battle League. Yeah, they tend to copy a lot of things. But yeah, ever since Tomb Raider 2013, every female character needed a bow because it is identifiable? Question mark? Because yeah, we got Aloy, we got Ellie from Last of Us, we got OC from a looter shooter, I guess. I don't know, I don't play looter shooters. So yeah. Okay, so going through here, we're gonna go back to the circles, or the rings. What would I consider the hardest classic Tomb Raider game? Tomb Raider 3. That's not even a competition. Like, as much as I love every single Tomb Raider game, or every single classic Tomb Raider game, or as much as I've played, with the countless hours I've had with classic Tomb Raider, I will say that the hardest is still Tomb Raider 3. And I guess I should mention that if you've been subscribed to me and you watch my Tomb Raider marathon, you may know that I basically play the Tomb Raider games with a no medpack rule, where I'm basically not allowed to heal. And yeah, Tomb Raider 3, even casually, Tomb Raider 3, I would say it's still the hardest game in the series. Not only in the classic games, but I would say Tomb Raider 3 is the hardest game in the series. If I'm being completely honest. Just because some of the level design can be straight up brutal. Alright, so I don't need to use this, but I might as well. Alright, so I came here for this. I think that's it for red orb grinding, so yeah. Okay, so now I have to align the rings, and then it's a straight path. How's the speedrun achievement going? We're at 1 hour and 45 minutes, and we gotta beat it in less than 3.5 hours, so... Again, now we're missing Hades, the Minotaur fight, or the Guardian fight. Place of Madness, Architect's Tomb, Hades, and then Ares. But yeah, now considering how many orbs we have now, this is the point where I will just basically skip every non-required fight. Just to get a move on. Because, yeah, I feel that if I keep opening chests and all that stuff, I'm gonna cut it real close. Because, yeah, basically, the orbs that I have, I'm going to use them for Army of Hades. And maybe the blades, but I guess we'll see. Do I think satyrs are worse, or do I think the satyrs are worse than the Tomb Raider 2 shotgunners? Okay. At the very least, despite of how annoying and sometimes bullshit they can be, at the very least, satyrs, you can actually anticipate them and actually plan for them. While shotgunners in Tomb Raider 2, in the worst case, they just appear out of nowhere. And in cases like the end of diving area and the end of 40 Fathoms, I will still say that shotgunners are worse because they are cheap. Because the worst thing about the shotgunners in Tomb Raider 2 is that the moment they see you, they will immediately shoot at you. And if you're doing a no medpack run, it makes levels like the deck almost impossible to beat without using a medpack. And oh my god, none of them got in. Nice. All right, get over here. Get in my circle. One. I don't know if using Medusa will help. Let me see real quick. Nah, it takes a while. It takes forever to do. Alright, we need one more. Go in the middle-ish. And there we go. See, it's all easy when these guys are incredibly easy to kill. I feel like Tomb Raider 3 is just outright unfair sometimes. I mean, there are levels that I can definitely see that I can definitely see them as unfair. Like, I mean, I hate to be that guy, but yeah, the London levels can sometimes be a bit unfair. But then again, when it comes to a first playthrough, I can definitely see why you may think that some levels are unfair. However, the more you play the game, the more you'll see that there's always a way around, like, the hazard that you may consider as unfair. Like, for example, for many years, I used to hate Lutz Gate. I thought Lutz Gate was one of the worst made levels in Tomb Raider. But then I played the game, but then I played the, but then I played Tomb Raider 3, but then the more I played Tomb Raider 3, the more I started to understand that level, and the more I actually started enjoying that level. To the point that Tomb Raider 3 is, Lutz Gate is unironically one of my favorite levels in Tomb Raider 3. Which, to an extent, also applies to Tomb Raider 3 as a whole. Because, yeah, when I first beat Tomb Raider 3, it was my least favorite game of the classic series. Now, granted, when I say my least favorite, I'm talking Tomb Raiders 1 to 4, because I've never owned 5, and my one playthrough of Tomb Raider 6 was bad because I couldn't get past the first loading screen. But yeah, when I started to replay Tomb Raider 3 more, the more I started to like it, to the point that it became my favorite game in the not only in the classic series but also in the Tomb Raider series. And yeah, I do have a lot of which means that yeah, I do have a lot of care for Tomb Raider 3 just because of what it is. And you know, considering that it dethroned Tomb Raider 2 as my favorite Tomb Raider game. Which fun fact, before my favorite game of all time came into my life, Tomb Raider 2 was my favorite game of all time. Nowadays that title is held by a very special game that means so much to me, and if you want to know what it is, well, I will master the game when I get to my 100th mastery. Why are there 3 of you here? There's only 2. There's supposed to be 2 of them. What is this malarkey? Okay, good. I didn't skip anything. Do I have a favorite hack and slash outside of God of War? Ninja Gaiden. That's an easy answer. Ninja Gaiden. I love the 3D Ninja Gaiden games. Now, granted, they're fucking hard. They are fucking hard, but they are still incredibly enjoyable. But yeah, I would honestly put if I were to name my top 3 hack and slash franchises, it would be Greek God of War, Ninja Gaiden, and as for my third one, that's a good question actually. What would be my third favorite one? Because as of now, I've never played a Devil May Cry or Bayonetta game, as sacrilegious as that may sound. Yeah, I gotta think about this one. Because I cannot think of another franchise. Let me see if I actually have something in RetroAchievements. While we see this cutscene. Oh, what the hell? Oh. TMNT. That could be one. The TMNT games. But then again, those are more beat 'em ups than hack and slash. Although the TMNT game, the game based on the 2007 movie is honestly pretty good. Like, incredibly underrated Turtles game, if I do say so myself. All right, so we gotta. Yeah. All right, so we gotta remember it's the third door from top to bottom, or the third door on the right, which I believe it's this one. I think. Oh, let's see. No, it's one over here. It's this door. Alright. Oh, these guys that I cannot juggle, unfortunately. You hit the cow. How could you? But yeah, besides God of War and Ninja Gaiden, I cannot think of another hack and slash game. I mean, if there's a game from a franchise, it would be the Turtles game based on that 2007 movie, because that game is really good, very incredibly underrated. So, and I've also heard people say that the GBA version is also very good. And yeah, I might try that one out. Alright, so we're almost at 2 hours, so that is not good, maybe? Question mark. Oh, what happened? One problem I personally have with the Tomb Raider 3 London levels is how dark they were. You played it on PS1, right? Because, yeah, if you played it on PC, or if you played the original game on PC, then you're not going to have that much of a problem because of the adjustable gamma. Also, I'm going to save just in case. But, if you play the remastered versions, then they're not that dark, but yeah, if you play the PlayStation version, then yeah, good luck seeing, because even I will admit that the original PlayStation version is a bit too dark, especially underwater, because yeah, as much as I love Tomb Raider 3, using flares underwater is just using flares underwater is basically useless, just because the lighting, it does not light up that much, which yeah, makes levels like makes the underwater section of Lutz Gate more annoying, even though I will say right now that the underwater maze is really not that hard. Oh no, don't go away. Oh, what the? Oh my god, I didn't grab the zip line. Nice. On the topic of achievement masteries, I don't know if you plan to master the rest of the God of War series, but good luck because they get brutal. I don't know if you were here, but I did mention that yesterday I did start playing Ghost of Sparta, and yeah, it is as of now, I've mastered God of War 1, 2, and Chains of Olympus. I'm currently doing Ghost of Sparta in my personal account, and yeah, now I'm doing the God mode, no upgrades run, while doing the damageless achievements, which, I mean, you know, I managed to do it on Chains of Olympus. How hard could it be in Ghost of Sparta? But then again, I also need to find a way to get the DLC, because yeah, there's an achievement that requires the Legionnaire DLC armor, which yeah, if that actually makes me play the game again, I might just not pick it up again for a couple months, because that would be incredibly demoralizing. Alright, so here we got Mind Tour. Oh, great. Oh, great. That being said, one problem I have with Ghost of Sparta is the fact that if you're playing the game on 60 frames per second, there are two things in the game that are basically impossible. One is a challenge where you have to kill 3 of the big robots. 3 of the big robots before you die. Before your health gets depleted, which, if you're playing the game on 60 frames, you literally have 8 seconds to kill everything, which is basically impossible. And another part is the vortex area before when you go back to Atlantis. Which, yeah, that is the second game that I've played where you actually need to reduce the frame rate to actually in order to actually, well, for one, continue with the game, but also get achievements. The first game was Toy Story 2 with the Zurg achievement. Because if you don't remember, if you played Toy Story 2 on the Dreamcast at 60 frames per second, Zurg will be tied to the frame rate, and he will actually be always away from you, making the fight basically impossible. With the only solution is to get him on a corner. But yeah, I will say right now that God of War 2 was really not that bad. Except for the part where you know I had to play Titan mode no upgrades because I wanted to get the Titan achievements as well. Which yeah, that was a learning experience for the subset later down the road. But yeah, I will say that. Oh. And as for Chains of Olympus, it was really not that hard. And I will say right now that the hardest difficulty in Chains of Olympus might honestly be one of the easiest games I played on the hardest difficulty. Well, besides Doom Eternal. But, you know. I love me Doom Eternal. God, that being said, I really want to play I really need to replay Doom Eternal. It's been so long. Like a couple months ago, I beat Doom 2016 on Ultra Nightmare without playing the game in literal years, and yeah, man, that was that was the most cathartic experience I've ever had in my entire life. I played the OG. I played the OG PC version. I'm not entirely sure why it was so dark, even with gamma adjusted. I mean, if you put the gamma to max, it literally looks like if you're like outside in broad daylight. So yeah, if you want to have I believe the best level for gamma, if you actually want to have a decent well, not decent, but if you actually want to see but also not have everything overly bright, I believe the gamma level I used was 3. I don't remember, but I don't remember because it's been so long since I played the original PC version, now that the remasters exist. So, there you go. Oh, come on, Kratos. No. Camera. Alright, so we're 2 hours, 5 minutes. Oh. I mean, Cliffs of Madness, I can just skip everything. And I am going to do... And because I have infinite magic, I am going to do the satyr encounter that I skipped in God mode when I did the God mode run.
Your progress is impressive, Kratos. But your skills will not carry you to your goal. I offer you the souls of Hades itself, the souls of the dead, who stand ready to fight by your side. Take this weapon, Kratos. Take this power, and use it to enjoy peace.
Alright. Let's level up this. And you know what? I'm going to increase the blaze as well. But I'm going to do it at 1 time, I think. Nah, screw it. Let's just go on. Let's just go on. And yeah, the best thing about the infinite magic is that by the time the army is done, the magic you spend would already come back.
Go forth in the name of Olympus.
The souls of the dead. Alright, so the entrance should be marked. Or it should be visible. There we go. I went the long way, didn't I? Into the PNG. Oh, damn it. Get out of the water, Kratos. Oh, you guys are still alive? Wow.
Your progress is impressive, Kratos. But be warned. Once you ascend to the upper levels of the temple, you will not be able to return without Pandora's box.
Don't care. Athena.
As Kratos rose through the massive temple constructed to guard Pandora's box, he realized it was a monument not only to the gods of Olympus, but to the madness of the mortal who had designed it. He'd conquered the lower floors of Pandora's temple, but what lay in wait above would test even the greatest warrior.
What would I consider the worst type of achievements? Okay, as much shit as I give damageless achievements, I would say that the worst type of achievements are the grindy achievements. The ones where you basically have to grind for stuff, essentially. Doesn't matter for what. Whether it's a weapon, whether it's for items, whatever. In terms of retro achievements, the worst grindy achievement I've ever gotten was getting every rare drop from every enemy in Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which, oh boy, that's gonna be a fun game when I get to it.
Kratos had been in service to the gods long enough to know the heartbeat had been sent as a warning, a reminder from his former master of the decision that had cost Kratos everything. Had it been that long since he almost met his end at the hands of the barbarians? That long since he traded everything to save himself?
Ares!
The sky split apart, and the god of war stepped through. Descending from Olympus, he saw the makings of a god and a mere mortal. Ares would save Kratos. He would turn him into the perfect warrior, his servant on earth. Only a simple touch of loyalty was required.
My life is yours, Ares. From this day, I shall carry forth your will.
It's fateful scene. As promised, Ares rescued his new disciple, bringing forth the power of God, destroying those who would slaughter Kratos and his men. As for Kratos, only a sword and shield would fit the newest servant of the god of war. The blades of chaos, forged in the foulest depths of Hades. Once attached, chains remained so, chained and seared to the flesh, a part of the bearer's body, permanent reminder of Kratos' pledge. In return, ultimate power. The rage of Ares exploded from within. But soon, he would learn the true cost of such power. A cost too high even for Kratos to pay.
Wretched beast, I know who it is you serve. Return to your master. Tell the god of war I am his no longer. Tell him he is not safe while I walk the earth. I will find Pandora's box, and I will use it to see him tremble and fall before me.
Yeah, grinding achievements are definitely my least favorite. Outside of retro achievements, the worst grinding achievement I've gotten was, to the surprise of, I'm pretty sure nobody who's actually tried it out, the... I'm gonna die. Okay, not just. But yeah, the worst grindy achievement I've gotten outside of retro achievements is definitely the platinum trophy for Dark Souls 3. Oh my god, that platinum trophy is probably one of the most unenjoyable platinum trophies I've ever gotten in my entire life, just because it is so goddamn grindy. It's not even funny. And keep in mind, I've gotten the platinum for the Souls trilogy offline, all three games, plus Elden Ring, Bloodborne, and Sekiro. So yeah, well, I hate that the army just keeps going for these guys up top when they're not even freaking required to kill. But yeah, I hate the Dark Souls 3 platinum. It is one of the most unenjoyable experiences I've ever had in a video game. And I love Dark Souls 3. Well, the first half is just not good. I really hate the beginning of Dark Souls 3. Everything before Irithyll is just bad. Like I hate the settlement. I hate Faron Keep. I hate Road to Sacrifices. And yeah, it is, with the exception of Gundyr, the first half of the game is just not good. I am dead. Yep. I should have moved the box a little bit. Grinding achievements have been the bane of my existence when mastering the Final Fantasy games. Oh my god, yeah. I can feel that pain. I mean, as someone who's never played a Final Fantasy, as someone who's never beaten a Final Fantasy game, I cannot imagine the frustration in that. That being said, there are RPGs that I want to play, I want to master and do have grindy stuff. I mean, I do know that Partners in Time has achievements where you need to grind. And I love Partners in Time. It is one of my favorite Mario and Luigi games. Even though I wish I could play it more. Which is a me problem, not the game's problem. The absolute worst was with Final Fantasy IV requiring me to get all optional summons for the mastery, which, no joke, took like 3 days of extremely tedious grinding. Oh my god. I forgot how long it took me to get the Symphony of the Night grindy achievement, but it did help that I was playing the game on luck mode. It did help that I was playing the game on luck mode, which increased my luck tenfold, which, yeah, that was almost a requirement in the worst case. Wow, how fitting that the freaking arrow landed on the damn thing. But yeah, as much shit as I can and most likely will give damage as achievements in the near future, depending on the game, I will say that grindy achievements are more tedious because there's nothing worse for me than something that is extremely boring. I would rather play something hard and bad than something that is boring. And that has basically been my philosophy when it comes to basically gaming in general. Like, I would rather play a bad game than a boring game. Also, why does set? Also, is it just me or does satyrs sound constipated when they get hit? They go like, ugh. Kind of reminds me of DK64 with Donkey Kong's. Ugh. All right, now this is gonna be the thing that's gonna take me the most. And one of my cats is outside the window. And oh, he wants to get in. Can you, like, leave me alone, cow? Thank you. Alright, yeah, a second. My cat is, Fatty. Get up. the second time. That's the second time That is the second time one of my cats interrupts me in the middle of recording. The first time was with GoldenEye when I was playing Caverns. Actually, third time technically, because third time technically, because the second time was when I was doing the Last Impact video. One of my cats meowed, and you can pick it up in the recording. Alright, so let's put all the pieces I want to rotate. And yeah, if you try to push them, it's not gonna go that far. Like, the time it takes for me to charge and push the thing, it's the same time that it would basically take me to actually get the piece in position to some extent. Kratos doing the Souls roll before it was even popular. Wait, this game was too... Oh yeah. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Yeah, the PS3 wasn't even a thing at this point. And yeah, the first Souls game was Demon Souls back in the PS3. Which is not a good game, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah, I really do not like Demon Souls. I would rather play Dark Souls 1 than Demon Souls. And I don't even like Dark Souls 1, as sacrilegious as that makes sense. I mean, if I'm ranking the Souls games from worst to best, it would be, without counting Demon Souls PS5 and Night Rain, because I haven't played it yet. It would be, from worst to best, it would be Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1. You're gonna hate me for this. Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 2, Elden Ring, Sekiro, Bloodborne. Like, Bloodborne, ever since my first playthrough, Bloodborne has and always has been my favorite Souls game. Not to mention that, you know, what's the word? Bloodborne is in my top 5 favorite games of all time, alongside Super Metroid, Mario & Luigi Dream Team, Tomb Raider 3, and my favorite game of all time. I can't stand Dark Souls 2. I mean, I understand. I do understand the hate for Dark Souls 2, because even I will admit there's stuff in that game I just do not like. Like, for example, I'm pretty sure everyone has memed it to death at this point, but the adaptability stat is just stupid. And as someone who actually as someone who legitimately loves Dark Souls 2, even I will agree that the adaptability stat is just stupid. Oh, don't. Okay, we go down. We go down, right? Okay, yeah, we go down. Or not, never mind. I went the wrong way. Okay, here we go down. I played the trilogy alongside a friend over the past year, and our Dark Souls 2 experience was miserable. I mean, okay. I want to ask, what was the biggest what was the biggest thing you didn't like about that experience? Was it the enemy placement? Was it the adaptability? Was it the ganks? What was it? Because I'm legit curious. What is your overall, like, big critique with the game, or with that experience? Because if I were to say what is the worst thing of every Souls game, Dark Souls 1 would definitely be the what's the word? It would definitely be the second half of the game, mainly Tomb of the Giants and Lost Izalith. Dark Souls 2 is definitely the adaptability stats, and also the runbacks. Like, again, I love Dark Souls 2, but even I will admit that some of the runbacks are just dumb. Like, you know, everyone's favorite area, Reindeer Fuckland. Dark Souls 3, I already said it. It's the beginning. I hate the beginning of Dark Souls 3. It's just so bad.
The path before Kratos
Might honestly be the worst beginning of any Souls game.
Came rushing back. As we learn permanence of the exchange uses. Memories of what he'd done in the name of Ares. Memories of how he become a servant to the god of war. A beast. His humanity robbed and placed only with the will to murder. No one was safe. Entire armies fell before Kratos, and the soldiers who followed him on his unending path of conquest, all in the name of his master. Those who offered resistance of any kind would not with quickly.
They built this temple to offer prayers to Athena! This entire village stands as a front to Lord Ares! Burn this village! Burn it to the ground!
Emboldened by the god of war, Kratos' army was ruthless, feared throughout the world for their brutality. All that mattered was conquest in the name of Kratos, their great leader, who had come near invincible. He feared nothing. But there was something about this temple, something forbidden. All his instincts told him he should never cross its threshold. Never step inside.
Beware, Kratos. The dangers in the temple are greater than you know.
But the village oracle's warning fell on deaf ears. His ambition would not be denied. All who opposed him would die. In that instant, the glory he had reveled in turned to horror. The image of his two final victims would stay with him for all his days. With that act, Kratos knew he could no longer serve his master. He had but one calling now, the death of Ares. He would murder the god of war.
Ares, you will die for what you did that night.
Hey, we did it. Nice. All right, so yeah, Dark Souls 3. I hate the beginning part. Everything before Irithyll is just not. I just do not like. It's just so dull, very monotone, and it's just not good. And with the exception of Gundyr, the bosses are just not very memorable or that good. Then again, no, scratch that. We got Vort. Vort of the Borealis Valley. Alright, I'm gonna save my game just in case the game freezes or crashes on me. Oh yeah, the last time I saved was before the Guardian. Alright, so that is Dark Souls 3. My least favorite thing in Demon Souls. It's definitely... I would honestly say the level design. I really do not like the level design in Demon Souls. Just because it's way too linear, which, you know, makes the runbacks a pain in the ass. And also, there's a lot of instances, and also, I would honestly say it has a worse platinum trophy than Dark Souls 3, and that's saying a lot, because the grinding for specific stuff in Demon Souls is just annoying as hell. But yeah, Demon Souls is definitely a game that suffers tremendously from first game syndrome, which is not a good thing. But yeah, that's my critique with Demon Souls. Sekiro. What is the critique I have with Sekiro? I mean, if we're talking gameplay, I guess the fighting the headless, because yeah, I hate fighting headless. I hate fighting the headless enemies. They are low-key one of the worst enemies in the entire Souls franchise. Yeah, I cannot think of like the worst thing about Sekiro. Cause okay, I would if we want to be technical, the worst thing about Sekiro is just you know how different the gameplay is. But once you learn the gameplay, Sekiro becomes like mechanically one of the best games in the series. Like I love the combat of Sekiro. I would honestly consider it as a perfect combat system, if I'm being 100% honest. As for Elden Ring, I will say that my biggest critique with Elden Ring is that the spectacle gets lost after multiple playthroughs. Oh my god. And as for Bloodborne, my least favorite thing about Bloodborne, oh boy. I mean, I guess I could be unoriginal and say the challenge dungeons, because yeah, I do not like the challenge dungeons whatsoever. Which is kind of a shame, because some of them do have really cool bosses, like the Tumerian Elder, the Watchdog. But yeah, the level design, the layout of the dungeons is just incredibly dull. Not to mention that it also has some of the worst enemies in the entire game, like the stupid infinitely respawning spiders, as well as the fire mages, which, oh my god, the defiled one is so annoying. From memory, the enemy placement in Dark Souls 2 were pretty bad at points. Yeah, that's a big point of contention, especially from Scholar, because yeah, that is actually another thing. I've never played the original Dark Souls 2. I've only played Scholar, so I don't know what the differences are. So I don't know if there's like the major differences between both versions. Alright, so just stand here and just spam Army of Hades. Ow. The worst thing about Bloodborne is that it's still confined to PlayStation hell. Oh my god. Don't even remind me. Fuck off. Fuck you, Sony.
You are the first mortal to ever reach Pandora's box. There is still time to save Athens. You must bring the box back to my city and use it to kill Ares. Return to Athens, Kratos. Return and save my city.
Yeah, that is definitely like the biggest contention with Bloodborne. But you know, at least there's people out there who still care about that game. I mean, Jacksepticeye helping create a Bloodborne movie, so you know, which I'm very excited for, by the way. But yeah, the fact that, this goes to show that Sony straight up doesn't care about game. This comes to show that Sony straight up doesn't care about games that are not The Last of Us, that of Boy, and Horizon. Because, you know, for every new PlayStation console we get 2 more remasters of The Last of Us, God of War, and Horizon. Which, you know, at this point, I do not care about The Last of Us.
Pandora's box was at last freed of its comfort. Kratos had found the means to destroy the God of War. Far away in Athens, Ares knew Kratos had succeeded in his quest.
So, little Spartan, you've recovered Zeus's precious box, but you will not live long enough to see it opened. I will see to that. Goodbye, Spartan. You will rot in the depths of Hades for all eternity.
As life began to leave Kratos, his thoughts returned to that fateful night. Even in death, the memories, the visions would not fade. For how could he forget spilling the blood of his own family? A cruel trick orchestrated by the God of War.
My wife, my child, how? They were left Spartan. You are becoming all I'd hoped you'd be, Kratos. Now, with your wife and child dead, nothing will hold you back. You'll become even stronger. You will become death itself.
As the flames consumed temple, Kratos realized his true enemy was the God who once saved his life. The same God who would now pay him everything from him.
Ares!
From this night forward, the mark of your terrible deed will be visible to all. The ashes of your wife and child will remain fastened to your skin, never to be removed.
And with that curse, all would know him for the beast he had become. His skin white from the ash of his dead family. The ghosts of Sparta had been born. In the end, in death, he had failed. As the minions of Ares claimed Pandora's box, Kratos' life faded, and his cursed soul was cast into the fires of Hades. And Kratos fell into the underworld, the river Styx beckoned below, the current strong enough to carry even the strongest mortal with his eternal resting place. But Kratos had no intention of resting yet. He intended to live, return to Earth, and complete his quest.
Let go, fool! You will break me down to that cursed river! There was a task left for the apostle. It's not completed. You again! Go!
Alright, so we're at 2.5 hours, so we only have 1 more hour to beat the game, but yeah, we definitely got this in the bag. Even if we die 1,000 times to Ares, we're still gonna be... Oh, well. I'm deader again. Even if it takes me, Even if it takes me 1,000... Oh, even if I die 1,000 times, I'm still gonna reload to the previous checkpoint, which will reset my timer, essentially. Alright. Alright, so because we can skip everything. Oh, God. I thought I was gonna die there. Go, my childs. My sons. Oh, thank God. You know what? Just because of the raw damage. Sony has grown stagnant, especially Naughty Dog. Yeah. Fucking Neil Druckmann, man. He basically, I would say he ruined Naughty Dog, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, nice. Oh my God, I decapitated it. Nice. I genuinely believe the game that they were working on is going to be in development hell until the end of the PS5 life cycle. Oh, the Naughty Dog one? Yeah. That being said, I think the last Naughty Dog game I actually played was Uncharted 3. Because, yeah, I've never played Uncharted 4. I have the game, but I've never gotten... I haven't gotten to it yet. But, yeah. I mean, it's just... I just don't care about Naughty Dog anymore. After Last of Us 2, it basically not make me care about the franchise, but also them as a developer studio. Because, you know... It's the same issue I have with Santa Monica, is that Santa Monica basically just... They basically ruined... They basically changed a God of War, as well as, you know... It's the same way with Crystal Dynamics, you know? It's like Crystal Dynamics basically destroyed the Tomb Raider franchise, and I just do not care about the stuff they make anymore. And then they'll do a remaster for the PS6 next year. True! Oh god, okay, hang on. I'm not... Okay, hang on, I'm not paying attention. This is where I'm gonna fail the speedrun achievement, guys. There we go. And oh my god, I'm opening a green chest. What is this? What is this? I don't believe it. No, I'm not. I don't need to save. Which is sad considering how many games they released in the 90s and 2000s. Yeah, man. What the hell happened to Sony, man? Sony, yeah, it's like... I know that there's like this meme that says like, remember when Xbox used to make games? Remember when Sony used to make games? Like, my god. So, back in 2024, I made a video where I talked about every remaster, remake, and port on the Nintendo Switch. And I actually had this idea of doing the same thing, but for Sony. But instead of being, you know, remasters, remakes, and ports, it would just be IPs that Sony just forgot, which would include stuff like Infamous, Twisted Metal, Medieval, Omega Boost. No, okay, no, that's a bit of a stretch. But yeah, basically franchises that Sony just forgot that they existed, you know? Because yeah, that's actually my biggest problem with modern Sony now. They're just so focused on three types of three games that they're basically they're basically the golden childs, essentially. Because, you know, like I said, it's The Last of Us, which is the golden child of Sony, which is incredibly annoying. The next game would be God of War. I'm sorry, Dad of Boy. And then it would be... Oh, God. And then it would be Horizon. But yeah, at the end, I didn't make it because I had other things to do. Maybe one day I'll do it, but not today. It's sad to see so many games. Oh my god. Kratos, grab the rope and climb it. There we go. It's sad to see so many games just become cash grabs and not the games we know and love. Yeah, that's another problem. Not to mention everything's fucking expensive. I mean, should we need to remind everyone of Concord? I don't think we have, but we're gonna do it just for the sake of it. I'll never forget how Sony killed Japan Studio. And Bluepoint. Don't forget Bluepoint.
Ah, Kratos. And not a moment too soon. I only finished eating just a moment ago. Who are you? Now that is an interesting question. But for now, you must hurry. Athens needs you. Without you, Athena isn't the only god keeping watch on you, Spartan. Complete your task, Kratos, and the gods will forgive your sins.
Yeah, very cool, Zeus. Now leave me alone. Legend of Dragoon can kind of be classed like that, as well as a sequel that was planned, but it got canned, and I really enjoyed Legend of Dragoon. It was fun. PS1 RPG. Oh, Legend. I don't know why. I thought we were talking about Panzer Dragoon. No, I'm thinking of a completely different game. Yeah, I'm thinking of Panzer Dragoon, not Legend of Dragoon. They have the same name. Leave me alone. The most frustrating part is how Sony neglects the franchise people love and want more, and then they have the nerve to say they don't have many original IPs. They just forgot that they used to make games. It's like the meme. Like, remember when Konami used to make games? I mean, they're having a comeback, which is awesome with Castlevania. So that is good to see. Because I love Castlevania. At least the classic games, because I haven't played those Metroidvania ones. I mean, the only Metroidvania ones I played are Symphony and Circle of the Moon. I'm currently playing Harmony for the first time, and I'm actually really enjoying it. So yeah. But yeah, I would say that Sony is not the sole company that does this. Nintendo and Xbox also do this. Now, granted, Xbox is on a resurgence with the new CEO, but you know, back when they had Phil, it was questionable as to what Xbox wanted to do, especially with all the fucking layoffs and the shutdown of studios, like the studio that made Hi-Fi Rush, for example. And Nintendo, I mean, at this point, Nintendo, I have no idea what Nintendo is doing. And honestly, I don't care. I legitimately do not care about Nintendo anymore. I mean, I don't need to do it, but whatever. Might as well have everything upgraded, you know? Because, yeah, the last Nintendo game I truly bought was Mario & Luigi Brothership.
Kratos had traversed the desert of lost souls.
Because, yeah, I just do not care about Nintendo anymore.
Pandora's temple and escaped Hades itself. There was but one task.
I was legit disappointed after Prime 4. I mean, okay. I actually really did enjoy Prime 4. My only critique, or actually, I have 3 huge critiques about that game. The first is the desert. The desert is easily the worst part of the game. And I do wish that they had more of those shrines where you actually get upgraded versions of the elemental attacks. And yeah, you know, basically having shrines like Breath of the Wild, which You know, that's actually another thing I will say right now, is that after Breath of the Wild, every game had to basically take inspiration from Breath of the Wild, which was fucking annoying, by the way. And yeah, I think that the Soul Valley of Prime 4 was just, it was way too big. Not to mention that the crystal grind, you know, if you didn't grind for those things, we'll have fun grinding for crystals in order to get to the final boss. My second critique would be the fact that Samus doesn't speak. Especially when she is interacting with the GF troopers. Like, I do not understand why they have a silent protagonist not interact with protagonists that talk a lot. That was like a huge misstep. Because, you know, Samus talked in Dread, and it was awesome. And she also talked in Fusion, and it was also pretty good. But then she talked to another M, and yeah, people cringed about it, and they said, okay, Samus will no longer speak from here on out. But I will say that another huge critique I have with Prime 4 is the basic lack, or the basic lack of attention they gave Silex. Like, Silex was so cool, but he was just the two times we fought him, he was not even Silex. So yeah, it was pretty much pointless. So there you go. Also 69 on the boards. Nice. But yeah, overall, I actually do like Prime 4. In fact, I'll say right now that if I were to rank the Prime games, at least the Prime 1, 2, 3, and 4, I would go with 1, 4, 3, and then 2. Because yeah, I'll say right now, I would rather play 4 than 1. I just do not like Prime 1. And if I were to include the other games, it would be, from worst to best, it would be Federation Force, Pinball, Prime 1, Prime 4, Prime 3, Prime Hunters, and then Prime 2. Prime 2 is my favorite one. It has easily been my favorite one ever since the first time I played
that
it.
had haunted Kratos for the past 10 years.
Sony, oh look at the mini boys in Astrobot that celebrates all the games that was on Sony systems. Also Sony, why we know have many IPs. Video game logic, except it's not even video game logic, but whatever.
Kratos! What's happening? Where are we?
By the gods, can this be real?
But yeah, I do get the disappointment when it comes to Metroid Prime 4. But that being said, I really hope that if Prime 5 ever sees the light of day, they actually fix the biggest issues with Prime 4.
There is nothing you can put in my way to stop me.
Because the last thing I want in this good green earth is Metroid having the same fate as F-Zero. Because I don't think I can bear that, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think I can actually stand that. And no, don't hug the family, Kratos. They're completely healthy. Stupid. I really don't get the hate for Prime 2. I mean, from what I've seen online, the biggest point of criticism is that the backtracking is in some cases worse than Prime 1. Or in terms of backtracking, it's the worst of the trilogy, of the original trilogy. And also, there's a lot of points where you can get lost. Like, I remember I got lost my first time playing through Prime 4. Or Prime 2, I mean. And another reason a lot of people, another point of contention when it comes to Prime 2 is the Sky Temple keys, because unlike Prime 1, where you can get the Chozo artifacts as you explore the what's it called? As you explore the world. In Prime 2, you cannot get the Sky Temple key. You cannot get all, the Sky Temple keys until you get the light suit. Because some are underneath the water that you cannot go into unless you have the light suit. And you also have these bugs that can kill you very quickly if you don't have the light suit. So yeah, it's in some cases it does things worse than Prime 1, but at the same time I do prefer the overall experience of Prime 2. I mean, in fact, I'll just go and say right now, before Prime 4, I would say Prime 2 had the best selection of bosses. I think Prime 4 beats it to some extent, but the bosses in Prime 2 are really good. And yeah, I cannot wait to actually get to Prime 2 this year, which I might make it a tradition of having a Metroid Prime game be the last game I do for every year until I run out, in which case I don't know what game I will do. Or what series I'll do.
The battle was not
maybe
over.
Castlevania.
The gods, it seemed, had a final gift for Kratos.
But yeah, I understand the some of the criticisms of Prime 2, but that has never stopped me from loving it. Kind of the same as to how I understand the criticisms behind Mario and Luigi Paper Jam, but Paper Jam is still one of my favorite games of all time, or one of my favorite Mario and Luigi games. Anyway, that was the Ares fight. An incredible joke, an absolute joke on easy mode, and with the Ares armor. Oh my god, that right there is the literal definition of catharsis. Oh my god. That's amazing.
Kratos had done me impossible. A mortal defeating a god. Ares was no more. The city had been saved and would thrive again. The same could not be said for Kratos, for as he sought to rebuild his soul with the help of the gods,
That was quite the speedrun, yeah. We have
was revealed to him.
we have 50 minutes left to spare, so yeah, I guess we should make time, and you know, I'm gonna get a pizza. No, I'm
The
not.
gods are indebted to you. We promised your sins would be forgiven, and so they
Also,
are.
oh my god, I'm seeing the
But we never
replay on
promised to
the
take
second
away your
phase Ares
nightmares.
fight. Man, that stab,
No
it
god
basically
could
did that
ever
in
forget the
that one
terrible
attack
deeds you
basically
have done.
like completely killed him. Oh my
In
god.
the end, knowing the visions of his past would never leave
You know,
him.
okay, I'll say right now,
Kratos made
if
his way
if
to
you
the
could
bluffs
play with,
overlooking
if you could
the Aegean
use
Sea.
costumes in God mode, I would honestly replay the game like that, but because you cannot do it, yeah, I don't play God mode because of that. I just do not want to play God mode. I mean, if I'm ever replaying this game, I'm playing it on easy or normal, or if I'm playing with hard, I use
the highest mountain in all of Greece.
the God armor. One critique I often hear for
After
Prime
10
2 is the
years
addition
of
of ammo for the
suffering,
beam weapons.
10 years of
Oh
endless
yeah, that's another
nightmares,
thing. I mean,
it
yeah,
would finally
it was also
come
never an
to
issue
an
to me
end.
because recharge
Death
stations
would be his
or ammo
escape from
refills
madness.
are aplenty, and also,
The fate
you
of
know,
Kratos was
if you
not as it seemed.
destroy stuff with one
gods
weapon, you get ammo for
fought
the
other
other weapon.
plans.
So, yeah, and I will say that light beam is really not that useful in combat unless
Born
you're
aloft like
using
a
on the
feather,
ink. But man,
Kratos
I'm just gonna
found
say right now,
himself risen from the sea and placed on
when I
solid
played the
earth.
game when I played Prime 2 on
You
hyper
will
mode
not
on the
die
trilogy
this day,
version,
Kratos. The gods cannot allow
I
one who
found
has
a
performed
brand new
such
respect
service to
for
perish by
the
his
dark
own
beam
hand.
because oh my god, the dark
Ares'
beam is
tactics
fucking
were brutal.
is absolutely
His
busted
path of
in
destruction
Prime
had
2.
to be stopped.
It's a charge beam basically
But now
freezes
there is an
almost
empty
every
throne
enemy,
in Olympus,
which you can basically
and
kill
a
it with a
new
missile.
god of
It's basically the
war
ice
is
beam
needed.
on steroids to some
Take
extent,
these
and
stairs, Kratos.
yeah, it basically
They
makes the
lead
Dark
to your ultimate
Commandos
reward.
so much more doable. Because yeah, I despised the Dark Commandos when I first played the game. All right, so let's prepare it. Let's prepare the time. Or let's prepare the timer end. I still don't know why there's a save point here. And time.
From that point forward, throughout the rest of time, whenever men rode forth to battle for good cause or for evil, they did so under the watchful eye of the man who had defeated a god. They were driven forward by Kratos, the mortal who had become the new god of war.
We have conquered. No, we have mastered God of War. No, I won't, you fucking game. Leave me alone. Ugh. And there it is. God of War mastered. Finally, after 23 hours. Almost a day and a day in in-game timer. That is insane. Oh my god. And that marks another mastery. Yes, it does. Oh my god. This was definitely an experience. Man, considering that I haven't played this game in nearly 2 years. Yeah, I have to say that coming back to this game, it very clearly shows that I got so used to the gameplay in God of War 2. Just because there's a lot of aspects about this game that are just not present in God of War 2. But at the same time, there are things that I think that are better than God of War 2. Like, I will say right now that I would say that the magic is better than God of War 2's, because in God of War 2 I only use Kronos, Kronos' Rage, and yeah, that's it. I use Kronos' Rage, and I also use Atlas's Quake, but not as much. But I mean, and of course I don't count Medusa's Head because you know it's in both games, so by technicality it doesn't count. But yeah, I will say that God of War 1 still better than I remember, although yeah. First session was the mic trouble, yes. Second session was the jank. I don't remember the jank, but okay. And this session was just going fast, yeah. I mean, I also did, don't forget, I did another session. This is the 4th session I do for God of War. Because yeah, God mode took me 3 streams. Oh my god, but we're done. We're done, we're finally done. And now I can play something easier because yeah, next time I'm gonna play the Spyro games. Although Spyro 1 can actually be pretty difficult now that I think about it. So you know what? Let's go and review the set. So yeah, in terms of for the sake of the video, I'll just go ahead and review the set right now. So yeah, in terms of quality, I'm giving this game an 8 out of 10. I actually do like the incentive to explore to explore the world and also find a bunch of secrets like the Muse Keys. And I also do like how we get some challenge achievements, except that it is only one challenge achievement, which is rescuing the Oracle with 30 seconds or more to spare, which is, you know, not very ingenious, but at the same time, whatever. And I also do like how it, unfortunately, encourages you to try out God mode. Even though God mode is a complete piece of shit, but whatever. And I also do like, and yeah, overall, I actually do like how we don't have the crazy stuff we will get eventually in God of War 2, and especially the, and especially the PSP games where we have damageless achievements, my favorite. But yeah, overall, I would give it an 8. I was thinking of a 7, but I think I'll give it an 8. In terms of difficulty, I'm honestly giving this a 9. I was thinking of an 8, but Ares alone gives it the extra points. If Ares was more fair, it would definitely be an 8 in difficulty, because like I said at the end of the last stream, God mode was really not that hard. Since most encounters are not that difficult as long as you play well, and there are only two forced encounters with satyrs, which the first one you can just cheese because you can just throw them off the cliff like what happened to me. And the last one, which is the Hades encounter, the satyrs seem weaker from what I've seen, so there's a plus there. But yeah, overall, because the Ares fight is, you know, complete and utter bullshit, I'm giving this a 9 out of 10. If there were more satyr encounters, or more forced satyr encounters, or more forced encounters, since there were a lot of stuff that I could just miss, this would honestly be a 10. But yeah, I think that 10 will be safe for God of War 2, because yeah, spoilers, God of War 2 I would say is a 10. Especially if you try to do what's it called? If you want to try to do Titan mode, no upgrades, which is what I did when I first mastered the game, because I did not know that was also a thing in the subset, which made me do another playthrough. So there you go. I played God of War 2 on Titan with no upgrades twice. If that's not masochism, I don't know what it is. Spyro games are chill masterpiece, chill masteries. They're also masterpieces, but yeah, I actually do. Yeah, the Spyro games are gonna be very relaxing because I love the Spyro games. If you were to ask me, I would rather play Spyro than Crash. Even though, funny enough, I only owned the third Spyro game, which I think that's why I love Spyro that much, because Spyro 3 is my favorite game in the series. Except Enter the Dragonfly. Okay, and the Enter the Dragonfly set was not that hard, but man, that game is an experience, let me tell you. Ares is kind of jank. Yes, it is. Chains of Olympus is decent. Yeah, Chains of Olympus. I will say right now that Chains of Olympus on God mode with no upgrades is honestly not as bad as people say it is. In fact, I will say right now that Chains of Olympus on God mode is honestly the easiest God of War game on the hardest difficulty, and honestly contender for one of the easiest hard modes I've ever beaten, in my opinion. But yeah, and yeah, to finalize in terms of fun, I'm giving this a 7 because you haven't seen it yet, but Challenge of the Gods fucking sucks. And also, Ares on God mode fucking sucks. If Ares was more polished, I would honestly, and Challenge of the Gods was not a complete piece of shit, I would honestly put this as an 8 or even a 9. But besides that, I will honestly say that there's a lot of things about this game that are just more improved in the next game. And I really hope this is the last time I'll reference God of War 2 because yeah, God of War 2 is my favorite game in the series. And as for the hardest achievement, to the surprise of I'm pretty sure nobody, it's a valorous, courageous battle for defeating Ares on God difficulty, which, yeah, that is just not even a competition. Ares on God mode fucking sucks. I was thinking of giving it to Challenge of the Gods, but again, Challenge of the Gods has like 3 hard arenas, which are the second challenge that which are challenge 2, 8, and 10. And besides that, the rest of them are pretty doable. You do have New Game Plus, and I'm surprised there are no sets for that. For God of War 2 or God of War 1? Because God of War 2 does have a subset. I do remember there was actually the idea of a God of War 1 subset, but I think it got deleted. But yeah, I cannot find it. But yeah, God of War 2 subset, I have played some of it, and yeah, I'm currently struggling with what's the word? With Theseus without taking damage. I would consider the Kratos clones the worst. I mean, yeah, but then again, defeating Ares also includes the clones, so I guess that's a bit of a combination. So that would be a that would be a combo. But yeah, that being said, I'm actually surprised there's no like achievement for killing the Hydra or even Medusa on God difficulty, because yeah, God of War 2 has achievements where you have to kill every boss on Titan. Actually, no, that's a lie. That is a lie. That is not a thing. There's one for meeting with Atlas and for beating Zeus, and also beating the game on Titan. But there we go. That is it for God of War on the PlayStation 2. And if you're asking, and I can immediately tell what you're going to ask, no, I'm probably not going to do God of War 2 this year. I'm probably going to do it next year. But when I eventually get to it, it's going to be a lot of fun. So as for our next game, so originally I was going to do Walt Disney World Quest Magical Racing Tour for the PlayStation 1 and Dreamcast. However, because of time constraints, and not to mention that I do not want to get rushed, I do not want to rush a video just for the sake of making a video, I will put that game on the back end, and I'm actually going to do that game once I'm done with the Spyro trilogy as well as a bunch of other games, because I do have stuff planned. Not to mention that I also want to do Super Metroid for August, which is the next game I have like as a milestone essentially, or as a definitive like game I want to do. However, the set is currently under a revision, and I don't know when the revision is going to end, which means that in the worst case, I will have to delay the Super Metroid video. So, yeah, that sucks. But, like I said before, for the next game, or rather the next games, I will be doing, in honor of my Tomb Raider marathon I did last year, I will do a Spyro the Dragon marathon, where I will be mastering the Spyro trilogy throughout the month of June. So basically, we're going to do Spyro the Dragon, as well as the Japanese version of Spyro the Dragon, which, if you've never played the Japanese version of Spyro 1, go play the Japanese version of Spyro 1, because it is an experience and a half, let me tell you. And then after that, we're going to do Ripto's Rage, and then we're going to do Year of the Dragon, which I'm very excited because Spyro 3 is my favorite game in the series, and it's my favorite, it's honestly one of my favorite PS1 games, if I'm being completely honest. But, yeah. And then after that, we're going to take a break and do something a little bit more easy, and do something a little bit more relaxed, even though I'm pretty sure the Spyro games are going to be relaxed. Especially since from what I'm looking at the achievement sets right now, they're not that terrible. Although I can think of one achievement in Spyro 1 that is going to be a pain in the ass. Now, that being said, that is surprising since June is a month for Sonic. I mean, the reason I'm doing the Spyro games on June is because on June 12th, which very fittingly lands on a Friday. On June 12th, I uploaded my first RetroAchievements video, which was for Crash 1. And to celebrate my anniversary of making RetroAchievement content, I'm gonna do the other platforming series of the PlayStation 1, which will be Crash, or which will be Spyro. And basically what I'm gonna do for Crash and Spyro, I guess I should mention this right now, even though I will mention it when I eventually get to the Spyro games. Which, by the way, I will be streaming the Japanese version of Spyro 1, so look forward to that. Because you need to see, if you've never seen Spyro on the Japanese version of Spyro 1, you need to see the Japanese version of Spyro 1. And, yeah. Because, yeah, like I said before, when it comes to streaming, I want to do either the full game, replay through, or second or third playthroughs, or another version, which in that case would be the Japanese version. Funny how there are two games you wanted to do, Lilo and Stitch and Super Metro, that are both getting revisions. Actually, Lilo and Stitch's revision was done, and I will do that after. I will do that after the next big game I'm gonna do after the Spyro trilogy, which will be Castlevania. So yeah, just to give a little spoiler right here, the game after, I'm gonna do one game after, I'm gonna do a small game after the Spyro trilogy, but then after that I will tackle the first Castlevania game, and then after that I'm actually going to do. And then after that, I'm actually going to do Lilo and Stitch Trouble in Paradise to finally put that game under to rest, since I have the thumbnails and everything, which is pretty funny. I love Castlevania. Me too. I love Castlevania. Like, for a very long time, I never got into the Metroidvania Castlevania games, but after finally mastering after finally modding my 3DS, which is very easy to do, by the way, I basically got into the Metroidvania games, and so far I've played, so far I've beaten Symphony and Circle of the Moon, and I'm currently playing through Harmony of Dissonance. And yeah, I cannot wait for Belmont's Curse. It is that might honestly be my most anticipated game besides Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis, because I love Castlevania. Like, if there's one franchise that I would want to do, that dedicate an entire year to, would be Castlevania. If I had the power, but you know, I want to do some variety every once in a while. But yeah, with that said, we are done with God of War, and hopefully not to talk about this game for the rest of my life. Actually, no, I'll probably replay one every once in a while. The only Castlevania game I played and finished was Portrait of Ruin. Yeah, that is a game that I want to play, but I'm playing them in order. So after Harmony, I'm going to do the Aria games, and then I'm going to do Portrait of Ruin, and then Ecclesia. Now, will I be able to finish them before Belmont's Curse? I don't know, because I want to, because, you know, I have this YouTube stuff I'm doing right now. I'm saying that like if it was a curse. Good Jesus Christ. Alright then, everyone. That is it for this playthrough. Thank you all for watching. I'm done for the week. And yeah. As for next stuff, on Monday, I will be posting my Aliens Infestation video. And then when it comes to the God of War video, I'll have it ready for the week before. I think I'm going to do it for the first week of June. And then after that, it's just going to be Spyro. So, yeah. But yeah, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this stream. I'm Jonathan Wolf, and I will see you all in my next Retro Achievement playthrough. Later, Retro Achievers. And I'll see you all then.